Hello guys, Deluxer here. Uh, there's been a long time since I've made my last video on YouTube, but this time is something completely new. Um, I have made a load balance system to the Nginx-rtmp module made by Herut. Um, I will show just a quick diagram explaining the setup. So let's say that you have a origin edge model. So here is your broadcaster sending the information to the content to the origin, and then each of these edge server will pull the content from the origin server. Okay, but there's a problem with this setup with the original Nginx-rtmp because you can't load balance the system. So let's say, for instance, that you want to give this server to the player, but you just can do it if you put it on the source manually. Okay, but with this system, you will have all the time the most free server of the CDN. Okay. In this case, this one only has 10 connected people, so it will be the chosen one. So for this to work correctly, we will have a system with two different modules: the caller module and the receiver module. So the receiver module will be actually your load balancing server. So it will be this one. Okay, this will be the receiver. Okay, and the caller will be each of these edge server. So you will put the caller here and in any of the server that you have on your network. So this caller will send his information to the receiver, like the connected people, the IP address, and the running status, and the bandwidth passing through the server too. So all the edge servers will be connected to the receiver, and the receiver module has two HTTP routes. One is the caller servers that will provide you the list of the servers in a JSON object, all the servers that you have connected to the receiver. Okay. And in the another route, you will have the caller and the free server route. This route will give you the IP address of the less used server on your network. So in this case, if this server right here is the 10.0.1, the IP address that you will have here will be this one. Okay, and after that, when you have this IP address, you can use it in your player. Okay, so I will show you how you can actually set up that with the Nginx running. So I have here a VPS, a private VPS, to test it. So we will start with the Nginx configuration. Let's say Nginx conf. We'll just need to have the RTMP module built with Nginx, of course, and then you need to have a location that provides the stats of each server. In this case, I will advise you to use the live directive instead of the whole directive, okay? Because the live directive just gives us the most important information of each server, okay? And it works pretty good. So to test this location, I will go to the browser here with the IP address of the server, the port, in this case is 3030, as you can see right here, okay? And call -stat. If you open it, you will see the stats of the server. So everything is good. And then just need to go to the caller, edit the target JSON. The target JSON is the configuration file for the caller system, okay? So the edge server will be the IP address of the edge server itself, like this one. The edge stats address, it will be the address of the stats, okay? In this case is this one, the same IP address, because I'm running in the same server. I can use it the localhost here. The port to access those stats, 3030 in this case. The path, I have chosen the -stat. You can choose whatever you want. This timer here is the tick rate, like the update rate of the server that you want. In this case, it will be updated every 1 second. Okay. Here is the load balancer address that will be your load balancer server, right? Let's say, for example, that you have the same load balancer server in the same physical server, like this example. I will choose the localhost IP too. The load balancer port needs to be another one because I'm using 3030 to Nginx, let's say 3131. This key is a security feature that I have to the system work with any security flaw, because anyone who knows your IP address could post the information to your server, and that will be sad. So you can choose any key you want, and this key needs to be equal on the receiver module. So let's save it. Okay, 31, and then on your, let's say, receiver, you have a configuration file too called config.json, and here you have the port that you want to listen on, the key, and the timeout of the server. Like if your server is stopped updating for 5 seconds, it will be flagged as an offline server. Okay, so you just you can leave it like it is. Then we can start this module with node. Oops. Yeah, it is using the same port. Let's say 3131. Okay, it's listening. You can check it with the postman. So if you access it, for example, here 3131. Oops, 3131 servers. It's not supposed to get. Okay, so here is the get option, and if you, oops, you need to say caller servers, you will get a clean array, right? because you don't have any server sending the information yet. So to start sending the information, we'll go to the caller module here and start it. So okay, we start the module, and you can see here that is starting sending update requests to the load balancer server, and you can see here that is receiving those requests. So if you call this server's route now, you will have a server right here. So the information that you will have per server is the IP address, uptime, number of accepted requests, bandwidth, clients connected, the timestamp of the update, the status, and the last update. So if, let's say for example, that you shut down this server for 5 seconds, and you will come here to the server's route and call it again, look, the server was online and now is offline. So the information remains, but the update time will stop and the status will be offline. So let's start it again. Okay, and now it is online again and is updating the clients connected. It is a production server right now, so that's why there are so many connections here. So to give the most free server is free server route. It will give you the IP address of the most less used server. So you can call it infinite times and it will always reply. Okay, so this server is the same server. Oops, it's the same server. Oh, like this one. Okay, you can check uptime, incrementing. So it's updating pretty good. You can, I just have tested it with about 10 servers and it was working completely fine without any problem. For now is a temporary solution to do the load balancing dynamically with Nginx and RTMP module. Okay, if you have any question, you can just leave it on the GitHub page that is on the video description below. So thank you for watching and see you soon.